Ghostbusters fans better hunker down for a marathon. Netflix is heading towards its monthly purge of content, and both Ghostbusters movies are on the chopping block. Read on for all the movies leaving Netflix next month, March 2019. March 1st, 2019. Almighty Bruce Nolan's Jim Carrey career in TV has been stalled for a while, and when he's passed over for a coveted Anchorman position, he loses it, complaining that God is treating him poorly. Soon after, God, Morgan Freeman, actually contacts Bruce and offers him all of his powers if he thinks he can do a better job. Bruce accepts and goes on a spree, using his newfound abilities for selfish, personal use until he realizes that the prayers of the world are going unanswered. Fair game. Director's cut. Wife and mother Valerie Plame, Naomi Watts, has a double life as a CIA operative, hiding her vocation from family and friends. Her husband, Joseph Wilson, Sean Penn, writes a controversial article in the New York Times, refuting stories about the sale of enriched uranium to Iraq. Then Valerie's secret work and identity are leaked to the press. With her cover blown and other people endangered, Valerie's career and personal life begin to unravel. Ghostbusters. After the members of a team of scientists, Harold Ramis, Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, lose their cushy positions at a university in New York City, they decide to become Ghostbusters to wage a high-tech battle with the supernatural for money. They stumble upon a gateway to another dimension, a doorway that will release evil upon the city. The Ghostbusters must now save New York from complete destruction. Ghostbusters 2. After saving New York City from a ghost attack, the Ghostbusters, a team of spirit exterminators, is disbanded for demolishing parts of the city during the battle. But when Ghostbuster Peter Venkman, Bill Murray, learns that spirits have taken an interest in his son, the men launch a ghost-chasing mission. The quest quickly goes awry, landing them in court. But when the ghosts turn on the judge, he issues an order allowing the Ghostbusters to get back to work. Triple Frontier on Netflix. Release date, trailer, cast, and more. Hostage. After one of his hostage negotiations goes awry, lapped officer Jeff Tully, Bruce Willis, quits the force and relocates his family to the suburbs. As the sheriff in a sleepy town, Jeff thinks he has escaped the hustle and bustle, until an elaborate local heist puts him back in the center of a hostage situation. When his own family is pulled into the fray, Jeff is forced to decide whether he should try to help the hostages or follow the criminal's hands-off mandate to protect his own family. Pearl Harbor. This sweeping drama, based on real historical events, follows American boyhood friends Rafe McQuarrie, Ben Affleck, and Danny Walker, Josh Hartnett, as they enter World War II as pilots. Rafe is so eager to take part in the war that he departs to fight in Europe alongside England's Royal Air Force. On the home front, his girlfriend, Evelyn, Kate Beckinsale, finds comfort in the arms of Danny. The three of them reunite in Hawaii just before the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. The Breakfast Club. 5 high school students from different walks of life endure a Saturday detention under a power-hungry principal, Paul Gleason. The disparate group includes Rebel John, Judd Nelson, Princess Claire, Molly Ringwald, Outcast Allison, Ali Sheedy, Brainy Bryan, Anthony Michael Hall, and Andrew Emilio Estevez, the jock. Each has a chance to tell his or her story, making the others see them a little differently, and when the day ends, they question whether school will ever be the same. The cider house rule. As a young man is taught medicine by the doctor at the orphanage where he was brought up. However, when he clashes with his mentor over the issue of abortion, he leaves the home and finds work on a cider farm. There he falls in love with another man's girlfriend but starts to re-evaluate his principles when one of the farm workers becomes pregnant by her own father. To All the Boys I've Loved Before sequel, Netflix confirms sequel gift when married couple Simon, Jason Bateman, and Robin, Rebecca Hall, unexpectedly encounter Gordo, Joe Edgerton, an acquaintance from Simon's past. Little do they know that their perfect lives will be thrown into a terrifying tailspin. At first, Simon doesn't recognize Gordo, but after a troubling series of uninvited encounters and mysterious gifts, a horrifying secret emerges. As Robin learns what really happened between Simon and Gordo, she begins to question how well she knows her spouse. Little Rascals mischievous youngsters Spanky, Travis Tedford, and Buckwheat, Ross Elliott Bagley, lead an anti-girl organization, and they pick their buddy Alfalfa, Bug Hall, to represent them in an all-important soapbox car alley. When the boys then find their driver canoodling with schoolmate Darla, Brittany Ashton Holmes, they decide they must break up the couple. Unfortunately, while Spanky and his pals are busy meddling in Alfalfa's affairs, their prized race car is nabbed by two young toughs. United 93 on September 11, 2001, terrorists seize control of United Airlines Flight 93 and 3 other planes. As the realization of the imminent horror dawns on passengers, crew and loved ones on the ground, the courageous acts by those held hostage in the air count down in actual time. Bird Box on Netflix streaming, how to watch online, cast. Blot, more March 4, 2019 Pirates of the Caribbean, at World's End Will Turner, Orlando Bloom, and Elizabeth Swann, Keira Knightley, join forces with Captain Barbossa, Jeffrey Rush, to free Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp, from Davy Jones' locker. Meanwhile, the crew of the Flying Dutchman ghost ship wreaks havoc on the seven seas. The friends must navigate dangerous waters to confront Chinese pirate Sao Feng, Chow Yun Fat, and, ultimately, they must choose sides in a battle wherein the pirate life hangs in the balance. March 5, 2019 Newsies, the Broadway musical Newsboys go on strike in 1899 New York in this stage performance of the musical Newsies, filmed at the Pantages Theater in Hollywood. March 8, 2019 Click Michael Newman, Adam Sandler, seems to have it all but his wife, Donna, Kate Beckinsale, is increasingly frustrated by the amount of time he has to spend at work. Michael cannot find time to be at home until he meets an eccentric inventor, Christopher Walken, who gives him a universal remote that controls time. At first, he happily skips the boring times until he realizes the remote is in control of his life and he learns to cherish all the precious moments with his family. Bird Box on Netflix, a laborious horror that doesn't quite frighten. March 16, 2019 Baby Mama when single executive Kate Holbrook, Tina Fey, decides the time is right to finally have a baby. She hires a working-class woman, Amy Poehler, from South Philadelphia to act as her surrogate mother. However, Kate's careful planning goes out the window when the woman shows up on her doorstep needing a place to live. A comic battle of wills breaks out between the pair as they prepare for the blessed event and try not to one another in the process. Charlie St. Cloud, adored by his single mother and his little brother Sam, Charlie Street. Cloud, Zac Efron, is an accomplished sailor and college-bound senior with a bright future ahead of him. When Sam is in a terrible accident, Charlie's dreams with him. But, so strong is the brothers' bond that, in the hour before each sunset, Charlie and Sam meet to play catch. The return of a former classmate, Amanda Crew, leads Charlie to a difficult choice: remain stuck in the past, or let love lead him to the future. Role models: after salesman Danny, Paul Rudd, and Wheeler, Sean William Scott, trash a company truck. The court gives them a choice: jail time or community service in a mentoring program. Thinking to take the easy way out, the two overgrown adolescents find themselves paired with a teenager, Christopher Mintz-Plasse, who is experiencing the pangs of first love, and a foul-mouthed 5th grader, Bodje Thompson, who needs an attitude adjustment. March 18, 2019. Disney's Beauty and the Beast. An arrogant prince, Dan Stevens, is cursed to live as a terrifying beast until he finds true love. Strangely, his chance comes when he captures an unwary clockmaker, whose place is then taken by his bold and beautiful daughter Belle, Emma Watson. Helped by the beast's similarly enchanted servants, including a clock, a teapot and a candelabra, Belle begins to see the sensitive soul behind the fearsome facade. But as time runs out, it soon becomes obvious that Belle's cocky suitor Gaston, Luke Evans, is the real beast of the piece.